As a gang of smash and grab robbers target a Nordstrom department store outside San Francisco. It was like a military operation, coordinated and involving at least 80 thieves and 10 different vehicles. The terror began at 9 p.m. They strategically barricaded their cars in front of the store, blocking anyone from parking. Then they stormed in, armed with crowbars, smashing display cases and loading up their arms with high-end merchandise. They were gone in less than 60 seconds. Officers with guns drawn catch up to one car filled with suspected looters. The Nordstrom was just one of several flash mob sprees over the weekend in the Bay Area. Dozens of looters swarm a jewelry store in Hayward, and at the luxury store Louis Vuitton, another coordinated hit. A mob escapes with armfuls of clothing.
Get on the sidewalk! Get on the sidewalk!
Cops respond, some giving chase, catching up to a fleeing driver. Police smash the car windows with batons and pull a suspect out of the vehicle to make an arrest.
They appear to be organized groups of people, mob-like, rushing into and breaching entryways, something very, very challenging to try to push back on.
Former prosecutor Marissa Rodriguez now heads an alliance of business owners at San Francisco's famed Union Square. Do laws have to be tougher? Does policing have to be bolder, more efficient?
We need our police department, our city officials to lean in and recognize that retail theft is not a victimless crime. This impacts all of us.
Across the USA, other Louis Vuitton stores were also targeted. Outside Chicago, 14 looters hit all at once, leaving the store shelves largely bare. In New York's trendy Soho today, extra security guards line the streets in hopes of preventing similar smash and grab robberies.
Get on the sidewalk!
Hey man, Shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor that's due to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders, the apostles of Great Millstone, blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Noise in the gospel abroad, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. It's the Akia Mahalalia, coming back with another lesson, Lord, will it be edifying. And it reads here, it says 14 people stole about $120,000 worth of Louis Vuitton merchandise from Chicago stores to show you that we live in perilous times. And I was looking at this video, man, I got a little upset because you know who's behind this crime, right? It's you niggas. It's you Israelites. It's you Israelites. I guarantee you majority of them people that was stealing and looting were mainly people of color. All right? You may have a few dumb Edomites in there, but mainly it's you Jakes, man. Because you heard the nigga woman basically beefing with the cops, saying, look how she said something, but you could tell that it was Eve because you can hear her loud cackling voice, in complaint mode, but you still in merchandise that people will use it to support their livelihoods, even though a lot of the shit is overpriced, but still, people are running so-called legitimate businesses and you're taking from that, but yet if this was you on the other hand, you'd be ready to go to war. So the hypocrisy of our people, man, and the wickedness of our people, I see why the 2/3 of Israel has to go. Because it ain't nothing but Jakes. Like, if you pay attention, Jake, they're into the skinny jeans, man. This is Jake. You can just tell that about the way they move. Pay attention to this.
Also targeted. Outside Chicago, 14 looters hit all at once, leaving the store shelves largely bare. In New York's trendy...
Only niggas do shit like that. You know what I'm saying? They got all that on camera, and now they got those new cameras that does face recognition. So, clearly, they could depend and pinpoint whoever is taking his merchandise if they need be. But it's you tribes, man. You wicked ass Jakes, man. This is why the 2/3 of you got to be destroyed. All right? And I don't feel no type of way about Esau Edom destroying the 2/3 of you, because look at the way you live your life. Okay? You're totally derogatory towards Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Because we're supposed to be a nation of kings, priests and prophets and princesses and daughters and wives, and yet our nation is a bunch of degenerates running into stores stealing merchandise. Like, how low can you get as a people? So it says here, a group of a dozen people stormed a Louis Vuitton store in a Chicago suburb and stored about $120,000 worth of merchandise, the police said. And that's a lot of money, man. Most people don't make that in a year's salary. But hey, Jake, let them count on it. Hey, they're entitled to it. So it says the suspect were caught on video wearing masks and sweatshirts as they grabbed bags and cleared out shelves in stores. It says the robbery resulted in about $120,000, that's 120 bands, in what they call ebonic terms in urban language. It says the merchandise being stolen. It says the incident occurred in Oak Brook Center, Oak Brook, Illinois on Wednesday around 3:30 p.m. Oak Brook police said in a new release. It says with merchandise stashed in their arms and bags, the 14 thieves escaped in 3 separate cars. But as of Friday, the police had recovered one of the 3 vehicles Dodge Charger reported stolen in October out of Chicago. That's Jake. Because if Esau gonna steal a car, Esau is gonna, to the point it's damn near legal, or Esau is gonna steal something like they're gonna steal something like, well, let me think, like a Dodge Viper or some high-end shit. Only niggas steal fucking Dodge Chargers, Monte Carlos, Hellcats, Cutlasses. That's Jake shit. So you already know this is some Jake shit, man. You niggas, man, you trash, man. You gotta go. We don't even equate yourself with 2/3. We don't take no parts in you. But yet, because you're so out of order, that's a bad stifling on our entire nation. So when you see one Jake doing wickedness, the whole nation is labeled that. Because now when we go to certain stores, we getting looked at and followed around the store. When we're honestly shopping, to sustain our livelihoods, whatever, and take care of our family, we're looked at in a bad light all because of what the hell you doing. That's why the Lord gonna take out 2/3 once again. All right. It says there was no injury reports or weapons displayed in the footage, but we are all still developing and working several leads to identify the offenders involved in our incident, the Oak Brook police said in a statement. It says the Chicago robbery came just before over 80 people robbed in Nordstrom and Walnut Creek, California, Saturday night. So this is a network of people, man, going around and robbing people. Now, whether they got some type of Facebook or some type of anonymous email that's going around these particular states, somehow this is tied to some type of underground network, because this is not just happening in Chicago. This is happening in several states. It says one employee was reportedly pepper sprayed and 2 were punched and kicked. But it says the same night, including stores Louis Vuitton, Burberry, Bloomingdale's, Hermes, Fendi, and San Francisco were hit. But the video showed in San Francisco, Louis Vuitton stores were shattered glass and empty shells, while Walgreens and cannabis dispensary were also looted. Niggas. It says in the early hours of Sunday morning, suspect traveling in multiple vehicles tried to break into 2 Beverly Hills stores, the police said. But according to Lieutenant Robert Maycott, the suspects tried to break the window of 2 storefronts in the rodeo driving area using the sledgehammers, but were unsuccessful. And this is why Esau gunned you niggas down, man. Like, honestly, if one of you got caught and just put the death on the spot, man, I will praise you. How about you, man? How was shot? Because this is utterly ridiculousness, man. Breaking in stores, looting and robbing. These motherfuckers, they ain't even stealing food or necessities. You know what I'm saying? Even though you're not supposed to steal, period. But I'll see if you were looting or going after food because you were hungry. In many ways, the scriptures go into if you a thief and you steal for hunger, you just pay back what you stole, in some, depending on the person that caught your ass. You repay them the goods double for it, I believe, to the degree. But when you stealing merchandise to try to wear to the club or wear to your luncheon or your prom, man, you jakes are low, man. I see why the Most High said you are the degenerate plant. All right. So this is the book of Zephaniah, Zechariah 13:8. It says, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, says the Lord, 2 parts therein should be cut off and die, but the 3rd should be left therein. That's right. 2/3 of you Israelites are going to die in America. Why? Because of your odious behaviors. And it says, and I will bring a 3rd part through the fire and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. And they should call on my name, and I will hear them, and I will say, it is my people, and they should say, Yahweh is my power. So the 3rd of us, the Lord's will be of that number. We're going to be the ones that's going to be delivered from the said judgment. But the 2/3 of you are going to get caught up in the pending judgment that we're clearly near. All right. Because Dabu uploaded a video that Missouri won this mask mandate so they don't have to wear a mask in the state of Missouri in schools and etc. But you people think you really got a victory, which this is nothing more but spreading division in the planet Earth. So therefore, when things do get out of hand, they can bring in a martial law. And guess who the martial law troops are going to target? They're going to target you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Why? Because you are the Israelites. Okay? So let's go from here to the book of Exodus, the 20th chapter. And I'm going to start at verses Exodus 20 and let's start at Exodus 20 and 15. It says, thou shalt not steal. Okay? That's a commandment. Okay? Out of the 613 laws, which is more these 10, the consensus of the 613, it says thou shalt not steal, man. Okay, so if you look up the word steal, and it's straightforward, you know what I'm saying? It goes to the Hebrew word ganab, which means to steal, to be stolen, steal away, to be brought by stealth, to go by stealth, steal away. But you weren't even stealthy with it. You were just busting windows with sledgehammers and you were looting. All right, which is totally wicked, man. This is why, hey, you niggas, when you get gunned down by Esau Edom, then you're gonna be looking for people to protest you. But nobody's gonna be protesting a bunch of bandits, man. All right, because this is what the Lord said about you niggas. This is the book of Jeremiah 2, and I'm gonna start at verses 20. It says here, for of old time I have broken thy yoke and burst thy bands, and thou says I will not transgress. You're clearly transgressing the laws, man. Okay, because you're supposed to uphold the laws of this society if it's not if it's in compliance with the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. Now, when things are out of agreements with the law, then that's when you don't have to keep the law of the land, like getting the Jabberwocky and the Karagma, you know, stuff like that. But when it's certain shit like don't run a red light, don't steal, don't commit adultery, these are things that you can uphold. They're just common sense. You know, stealing for what another person worked for. Though Esau stole the entire earth, the Louis Vuitton, the Gucci, Jake patent, that's all Israelites' inventions. But guess what? Esau stole it, and he's gonna pay for that. But hey, in this case, two wrongs don't make a right, man. All right, and it says here, wherein upon every high hill and under every green tree thou wanderest, planting a harlot. Yet I planted thee a noble vine, wholly a right seed. How then art thou turned into a degenerate plant of a strange vine unto me? And when you are degenerate, that means that you're a transgressor, or you're sliding back from what you were. Okay, you are degenerate, man, meaning that you have no clue about who you are. Instead of calling yourselves Israelites, you're calling yourselves Negroes, Latinos, blacks, Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, Brazilians, Cubans, you know, Brazilians, Jamaicans, Haitians. You a damn degenerate, man. Okay, and the Most High called you a bunch of degenerates. Hey, Apostle Ricard called them GMO babies, you know. GMO babies, as the Apostle Ricard affectionately called Israelites. GMO, and those are little GMO babies. All right. Degenerate. See what it means, a degenerate. So if I do a look up on it, it says debased. Corrupt. You are corrupt. Scriptures say, hey, roughly paraphrasing it, man, among my people found wicked men. So you are corrupt, man. You a corrupt nation of people. 2/3. It says, having lost the physical, mental, or moral qualities considered normal and desirable. Like, nobody desires you, Jake. This is why nobody wants to hire you. This is why when you move in neighborhoods, property values often diminish. Nobody wants to rent to you, because when they see videos like this and they see a nigga in there with skinny jeans and a hood on and some fucking Jordans, which I like wearing Jordans, all right? It's a comfortable shoe. But the fight, the point, they see this, then all of a sudden they discriminate against you. And you wonder why. Then you out there screaming, no justice, no peace. You know, you want justice, but how are you even set up to get justice when you're acting like a bunch of damn demons? Moral qualities considered normal and desirable, showing lack some property, order, distinctness of structure, previously or usually present. And we were the sons and daughters of the Most High, man. Okay, and moral or corrupt person, of a damn degenerate. That's what you are, man. You are a bunch of damn degenerates. And like I said, I ain't even got to see their faces to know that those were none but niggas. Those were Jakes, man. You could just tell. Jake is that lively in wickedness, man. All right, because let's see what the Most High said about us. This is the book of Lamentations 4:1. It says, how has the gold become dim? How is the most fine gold changed? The stones of the sanctuary are poured out at the top of every street. The precious sons of Zion, comparable to fine gold, how are they esteemed as earthen pitchers in the works of the hands of the potter? You were compared to fine gold at a point in time, man. One of the most precious elements in the universe, gold. Which you have more precious elements than gold, because gold comes from the heavens. But still, gold is of high value, man. You'd rather have gold than silver. If you can't get gold, you get silver. Okay? Why would anybody settle for silver when they can get gold? That's what we were compared to. Now look, a bunch of freaking degenerates, man. Okay? And that's exactly what you are, man. All right? That's why the Lord is going to destroy you Israelites. All right? Jeremiah 7, and I'm going to start at verses 10. Matter of fact, 10. It says, and come and stand before me in this house, which is called by my name, and say, we are delivered to do all these abominations. This is a question. Is this house, which is called by my name, okay, because the tribe of Judah is known as the name of Yahwadah. The Lord's name is in the tribe of Judah, man. Okay, that's high level in itself, to be a Judite. Because become a den of robbers, and in your eyes, behold, even as I've seen it, says the Lord. Okay, so there you go, man. He compared you to a den of robbers. But go ye now into my place, which was in Shiloh, where I set my name at the first, and see what I did to it for the wickedness of my people Israel. Okay, so there you go, man. But anyway, I'm gonna end it there, giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And with that, shalom and a ball.
Absolute mayhem as a gang of smash and grab robbers targeted Nordstrom department store outside San Francisco. It was like a military operation, coordinated and involving at least 80 thieves and 10 different vehicles. The terror began at 9 p.m. They strategically barricaded their cars in front of the store, blocking anyone from parking. Then they stormed in, armed with crowbars, smashing display cases and loading up their arms with high-end merchandise. They were gone in less than 60 seconds. Officers with guns drawn catch up to one car filled with suspected looters. The Nordstrom was just one of several flash mob sprees over the weekend in the Bay Area. Dozens of looters swarm a jewelry store in Hayward, and at the luxury store Louis Vuitton, another coordinated hit. A mob escapes with armfuls of clothing.
Get on the sidewalk! Get on the sidewalk!
Cops respond, some giving chase, catching up to a fleeing driver. Police smash the car windows with batons and pull a suspect out of the vehicle to make an arrest.
They appear to be organized groups of people, mob-like, rushing into and breaching entryways, something very, very challenging to try to push back on.
Former prosecutor Marissa Rodriguez now heads an alliance of business owners at San Francisco's famed Union Square. Do laws have to be tougher? Does policing have to be bolder, more efficient?
We need our police department, our city officials to lean in and recognize that retail theft is...
That's what I'm talking about, niggas, man. It's Jake Slocky, lessons over. So Jake come up, man, a booster, trying to sell me some gold chains and shit. It look good, you know what I'm saying? But this proves that Jake is a bunch of degenerates, man. And then you talking about weed and shit. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Nobody's been talking about that, but that's the shit we go through, man. But he probably stole it. Now he's trying to sell these chains. But Salakia, man, y'all had to hear that. Jake is wicked, man.
Not a victimless crime. This impacts all of us.
Across the USA, other Louis Vuitton stores were also targeted. Outside Chicago, 14 looters hit all at once, leaving the store shelves largely bare. In New York's trendy Soho today, extra security guards line the streets in hopes of preventing similar smash and grab robberies.
Get on the sidewalk!